welcome to the Let's Talk Football channel. Today, it is the review of England against San Marino that took place on Thursday night, and then it will be a preview of England going away to Albania, which takes place on Sunday, 5 o'clock kickoff. Now, I'm just going to start off and say, if you're wondering, how come I can't hear anything else in the background, it's because it is just me tonight. Certain circumstances have meant that Ethan in particular, but also Jack, won't be able to participate in this podcast. It's one of them rare one-off times where it's like last-minute circumstances have meant they're not going to be able to participate. So it was just going to be me and Ethan tonight, just because Jack doesn't really keep up with international football as much. So it was just going to be me and Ethan, and last minute, through no fault of his own, certain circumstances have meant he's going to be missing it tonight, but he should definitely be back for the next one. So this is a rare one-off moment where it is a solo for the pod, but as always, determined to get the content out and not let anybody down when we've said we'll get it out. So we're just going straight for it, a solo. But don't worry, guys, I will be your company for this one. So we'll get straight into it then, starting off with 5-0 win against San Marino. Probably should have scored more goals, to be honest, against San Marino. Created some good chances that we didn't take. And considering how poor they are, they're basically the worst sort of national, side, whatever, So fair play to San Marino's keeper, Benedettini. He played really well last night, but I should have scored more, but it's still a 5-0 win. So I'm going to go straight into the player ratings, because why not? We might as well go straight into it. Nick Pope, he started, glad about that. He didn't have anything to do, did he? And for that, I can only give him a 5. He didn't have anything to do. It's not his fault, but he didn't have anything to do, so what can I give him? Ben Chilwell, I thought he was decent. I did think he was decent, but I prefer Luke Shaw, but I thought he had a good game. Give him a 7. Cody, didn't have much to do, did he, really? Again, so it's a bit like, what do you give? I'll give him a 6. He looked good on the ball, but he didn't have any defensive issues because of the team he was playing. And I know that's not his fault, but at the same time, I can't give him a high rating when he didn't have to do anything in terms of defensive work. Stones, he was all right, 6. James, he was okay. I didn't think he was that good. He was all right. I'll give him a 5. Mason Mount, thought he was decent, had a decent impact on the game. So there, I'll give him. I didn't think he was unbelievable though. I think we've seen better from him, so I'll give him a 6. Calvin Phillips, I didn't think he was that impressive, but then I didn't think he should be in this England squad anyway. So for Phillips, I'm going to give him a 4. Ward-Prowse played really well, scored his first goal for England as well. 8, solid. Sterling got a goal, but let's be honest, we could have actually got more if Sterling wasn't so greedy in the final third, like he was the other night. So I'm going to give him a 6. Jesse Lingard, I thought he did really well. I thought he deserved to get a goal. I thought he was really unlucky that he didn't get one. So I'll give Lingard a 7. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he got 2 goals, which is good. They were 2 good finishes, but he should have got 4. He missed 2 other good chances, really good chances that Kane definitely puts away. But he still scored 2, didn't he? So I'll give him a 7. In terms of subs that came on, Tyrone Mings came on. He was all right, but again, didn't have much to do, did he? Because of the team he was playing. So I'll give him a 6. Kieran Trippier, he was all right. Again, didn't have much to do in terms of the quality of team he's facing. Didn't think he added loads of pressure, so I'll give him a 6. Phil Foden tried to create stuff, but nothing really came off. I'll give him a 6. Jude Bellingham, he was silent for me. I'll give him a 5. Ollie Watkins, I thought he did well. It was a really good finish as well, his goal. So I'll give him a 7. So moving on then, we will be moving on to, I believe, what we've got scheduled here is to move on to the game against Albania. But I'll double check just because I hate missing things out. Yeah, so I've done the player. Yeah, so Albania now. We'll switch our focus to Albania. So just looking at that, Albania, they won their game as well in the group stage. Because we're both on 3 points. It should be an interesting one, to be honest. I think it could go... I mean, England should be winning. Should still get a comfortable win. But it will be interesting. It's obviously going to be a lot more of a tough game than it was against San Marino. So we'll go on to the preferred lineups then. So for me, my preferred lineup, from what I saw on Thursday night, because that's what I'm going to base it off. Like, obviously, before the game against San Marino, you have your idea of what you'd want your squad to be, but you've got to base it off, performances, because that's one thing I don't like about Southgate. He has a few tried and trusted players that he always uses, and I do just think, but it's got to be performance based, hasn't it? In some ways. So, in terms of my starting 11, then. In goal, I'd have Nick Pope. I think he should be the first choice keeper, so I'd play him again. He should be fine to play anyway in terms of fitness. Left back, I'd have Luke Shaw. Sorry about that if you heard that, guys. So left back, I'd have Luke Shaw. Centre backs would be Cody and Stones again for me. Right back. Now, personally, right back for me, I think I would. I'd actually say Trippier, only because I don't necessarily rate Trippier, but I almost want to just make sure that I'm confident that he is not really good enough. So I just want to see where he's sort of at. I mean, he could win a La Liga title, so I think let's just try it. And then in midfield, I'm going to go with a 4-3-3, by the way. So my 3 in midfield, I'd have Mount, I'd have Foden. I'll tell you what I'd do, actually. No, I'd have Mount, I'd have Ward-Prowse again. I thought he was really good, to be honest. And I'd have Lingard. So, that's where I'd go with that. In terms of wingers, I would have Phil Foden as a right winger. And up front, I'd have Harry Kane. I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin's good, but the couple of misses he made that we know Kane will put away just showed that there is a quality difference. So I would have Kane up top, Foden on the wing. And actually, I'm just going to slightly change that. I'm going to have Foden on the wing, Kane up top, but I'm going to have Mount on the left. And in midfield, I'm going to have Declan Rice. We've given Phillips a chance. I actually think we should give Rice a chance. I completely forgot about that, but my plan was to have Rice in there. So I would have... So in summary, my starting lineup would be Pope, Luke Shaw at left back, Cody and Stones as the 2 centre-backs, Trippier at right back, Ward-Prowse, Phil Foden... Ward-Prowse, Jesse Lingard, with Declan Rice, and then my three up top would be Phil Foden, Harry Kane, and Mason Mount. So that would be my preferred lineup, personally. So then, other than that, it's more or less score prediction. What I think is going to happen. Now, look, it's going to be harder. It's going to be harder than San Marino. I do fully understand that. Do I think it's going to be challenging for England? I think, to be honest, it's going to be an interesting one. I almost don't know for sure, because I know we won 5-0 against San Marino, but I almost wasn't very convinced by our performance. It's one of those games where even when we were 5-0 up, I still felt bored watching it a bit. I did watch it all, but I still felt bored watching it. We missed a lot of good chances. Now, against any other team, you wouldn't create that many chances to get away with it. But then, saying that, I think we have got a lot more quality than Albania. And for that reason, I think we will win to get 2 wins out of 2, go 6 points at the top, stay top of the Group 1 like we are at the moment. And I think we will get I think we will win 3-0 against Albania. I'll say 3-0 win. I don't think we're going to batter them, because we didn't absolutely batter San Marino, did we? So I don't think we can then expect to batter Albania. Even though the side could be different and rotated, I still think, after what we've just seen, don't expect us to go out there and just thrash them, because I don't think that'll be the case. Especially, I've put him in my team because I wanted to, but especially if Kane doesn't start, don't expect us to batter him then, because Kane is the one solidifying, he's the one solidifying that attack for England, isn't he? He's world class. You give him half a chance and he'll make a goal out of it. He is, in my opinion, the best striker in the world. As simple as that for me. So, just to wrap off this video then, I'll just give you a quick update on in case you didn't know, what the Group 1 table, that's the table that England are in, what that's looking like right now for the World Cup qualifiers. So, bottom of Group 1, obviously all the teams have only played one game, so this could change a lot, but I thought I'd throw it in there anyway. So bottom is San Marino, played one game, they lost it to England, so they got a -5 goal difference for that. Andorra, they've played one match, they lost it as well, on a -1 goal difference. Hungary are in 4th, one game played, they got a draw, so they're on a point. Poland are 3rd, one game played, they got a draw. That was an interesting game, 3-3 draw. That was a decent game. If you haven't seen that, go and check that out, Poland's match. Because highlights are on YouTube, but it was an interesting game. Lewandowski saving Poland, really. But they got a draw, so they're on a point. Albania are 2nd. They've played one, they won it, so they're on 3 points, just +1 goal difference. Now obviously England top the table first, because they played one, they won it, and they got a goal difference of +5. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this table ends up looking. But, looking forward to the game on Sunday. 5 o'clock kickoff. I think it should be interesting. More content will be coming out soon, because, of course, with England playing on Sunday, we'll then be reviewing that and then previewing England's last game of the international break. So another video will be coming then. That'll probably, with England playing on Sunday, that'll probably come out, say, possibly Monday. Probably probably Monday or Tuesday. One of those 2 days is probably when you'll see a video from us reviewing whatever happens on Sunday, hopefully something positive, and then previewing England's next World Cup qualifier. So that is it for today's, not really a podcast, but for today's England review, but also preview. Like I say, just me tonight. It is only a one-off. Don't worry. It's not going to be like this, like on a regular. It is just like one of those, once in a blue moon moments where, certain circumstances have meant that it's just me on this one. But, we've got to keep the grind. I had to make sure the content was coming out. So, yeah, I hope I haven't bored you guys. I can just imagine so many people listening now like, oh, gosh, I can't wait for the others to come back. No, but hopefully it's been good for you guys, though, still. And I've really enjoyed making it. Yeah, it's been different, obviously. It's a shame to not have the other two with me, or at least one of the two, But, I've still enjoyed making it, and I was going to say we then, I'm so used to it. We will all see you in the next one. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you've got any ideas, suggestions, anything really, put it in the comments below, because especially for debate questions and stuff like that, if you've got like a question that you think would be good for us to discuss, as long as it's not, inappropriate or just silly, then, we will we'll include it, because we do read the comments, so we will include it. So yeah, thank you for watching. We're loving the support that the channel's getting right now. Hopefully it keeps growing like it is. Loving seeing the channel grow. It's brilliant. And yeah, that's all for this one. So I'll see you in the next one, guys.